Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Masquerade Doctors. So we're going to be making some Palak Paneer. So people in the West who don't know what this is, it's basically, or in the East actually, it doesn't really matter I guess. It's basically a sort of curry of, Palak stands for spinach, right? So it's a spinach gravy which has paneer in it or cottage cheese. It's really nice. So let's just try. So we're going to go from this to this. So stick around till the end to find out how we do that. Alright, so let's get started. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have some paneer, cottage cheese. You can get this from any Asian supermarket. I have it dipped in some warm water and some salt to give it some flavoring. We have some curry leaves, that's that. Coriander. We have some spiced up chili and garlic. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic because I don't want to have too much garlic in my food. I've got 2 what the heck is that? Tomatoes, and I've got spinach. So, I mean, the way you do this essentially is you boil water and then you pour the spinach in it, and then you just take it out after 2 minutes. So you basically just blanch the spinach. You don't leave it in there for too long. I basically put it in a colander and poured some cold water to get it all strained out. I've got some capsicum and some onions, and then I've got some spice mix. It's essentially what we call garam masala, and then we have chili powder and some extra masalas in there as well. Cool, so let's get started. So I've got a pan in here. I'm gonna turn it on. Woo. Okay, so we're gonna pour some oil. I've got some olive oil in here. And we're gonna wait for the oil to heat up. In the meantime, I'm just gonna add some jeera. This is jeera. And I've got this thing. What is this again?
Mustard.
Mustard seeds. Right. So we're just gonna wait for the oil to heat up, okay?
15 minutes later.
Alright guys, so the oil is now ready. And we're gonna add some spice. This is what I've got. Alright, so all the spices now go in. So I've added the chili powder, the garam masala, and the other masala. So that's a kind of a cheap masala. It's basically Palak Paneer masala. But I mean, I guess I'm allowed to cheat, I suppose. So we're just gonna add some more of that. Okay, there it goes. Cool. And we'll just wait for the oil to do its magic. Okay, so I'm gonna add some of this onion and capsicum mixture. Okay. Love smoke. Just stirring it in. And just gonna add some of this chili and garlic into the mix as well, okay. Okay, and lastly we're gonna add some curry leaves and some tomatoes. So this is gonna release some water. It's gonna make it easier to fry, I think. Now you don't have to chop these accurately, just because we're going to grind them into a paste later on, okay? Cool, so I'm just going to cover these up with a plate or something, and then leave them for around a minute to 5 minutes maybe. Alright, so while that's cooking, I'm gonna get some of the paneer and chop them into slices. So I kind of like them a bit flatter and a bit thinner, so that makes it easier to cook. But some people prefer really large chunks. I think it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a bit big. Alright guys, so 5 minutes are up. We're gonna take the lid off this thing, see how it looks. Wow, looks nice. I think it's almost done. We're gonna transfer this to another kind of pot to let it cool down before we grind it. Okay. And we're just scraping off the remains. It kind of smells really nice actually. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay. So back to the same pan. I'm just gonna add a bit more oil into this. Okay, and we'll put the paneer into that. So it's got a lot of good spices in there. And we'll just toast the paneer in some oil until we get a paste from the other side. Okay, so not a lot of oil, but just a bit. Just gonna place them in the pan. So some of the sides get burnt easily, and then we'll just turn them over.
But it should turn brownish.
That's what I meant. It turns brown, guys, not burnt. And yeah, so that's going to be on sort of the mild heat setting. It's going to stay like that for a couple minutes. Okay, guys, so for the next step, we're going to place some of the palak into our grinder. Okay. Okay, we got most of the palak in here now. And I'm going to place some of the coriander as well, okay? This will give us that nice scent and smell and flavor as well. Just going to push it down a bit. Good. Yeah, that's really thick. So we'll add some water into that. So remember I had blanched some of the palak before this? This is the water that it was boiled in, so we're going to use that instead of just tap water, so it's going to give some flavor. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you pour a lot in, it's going to boil off after when we do the boiling step, so it doesn't really matter, okay? Okay, so meanwhile the paneer looks really nice. We're just going to turn it to the other side. Okay, it's coming off really easily. It's really nice. Alright, so I've successfully turned over the paneer. It took ages, so I'm going to cut this video and edit it. So the next step, we're going to take some of that curry we made earlier and we're going to turn this into a sort of juice kind of thing. Okay. So guys, I've just put all of that gravy that we earlier cooked into this jar and I'm going to add some of that palak water again. Okay, so it becomes a bit more of a runny consistency, so we can just mix this with the palak sort of gravy we made earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna pour some of that liquid. I'll be a bit generous with this, okay, because I don't mind if it becomes a bit runnier. We'll just put the lid on. Yeah, man, yeah. Okay. See how it smells.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks good. It smells great. And in the meantime, we switch back to the paneer. I think it's done. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks great. Okay, so we'll just turn this around once more. And then just turn off the pan and let the heat do its thing. It looks really well. So you don't have to obviously toast the paneer. Sometimes people just, you know, pour it into the gravy once it's being cooked. But I like doing this. Gives it a really good sort of medium-ish consistency. It's really nice.
Crunchy.
And it's got all that gravies, you know, masala and all that. So it's really nice tasting, you know. Guys, so this is the same pan that we made the paneer in. We'll just pour in the gravy now, and we'll also pour in the palak mixture as well. Okay, and then just mix the two together. I'm not going to add any extra oil or any other spices because this has everything in it. We're just going to mix this in now, okay? And hopefully it's going to become a sort of single color. And at that point we just add some salt and the paneer, and hopefully that should be it. But as you can see, both the gravies have now mixed into one entity. It's looking really well. And honestly, this is so easy to make. Minus the preparation, it doesn't take too long, probably around 10-15 minutes.
Several months later.
Minutes now, so I'm just gonna have a look. It looks really good. I'm not making that up. There's a lot of steam, and it looks like all the spices and both the gravies have mixed in perfectly. I was washing the dishes in the meantime. So yeah, you can always use the downtime, I guess. Alright guys, so this is how it looks in the end, and it looks amazing to me. Can't wait to dig in. So yeah, this is it. This is the Palak Paneer. It is awesome food. Hope you guys enjoy making it as well. Thanks for watching.